Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a hare's ear caddis. The hook I have in the vise is a number 100. This is a size 16. This is a 1 extra fine dry fly hook. It has a nice micro barb. And you can use just a standard dry fly hook. This is from Green Caddis Outfitters, greencaddis.com. I'm going to use 8/0. This is 70 denier. Dark brown thread, and I'm using my homemade bobbin. We're going to put a base of thread down on the hook. If you want to know how to make that homemade bobbin, check out my materials playlist and you'll find that in there. We're going to stop that thread at the barb of the hook and remove the excess. I'm going to take my beeswax lip balm and put some beeswax on the thread. And I'm going to use the hare's ear dubbing, and this is the light color. We don't need a real lot of this, but for this one we want to leave guard hairs in there. Slide that noodle up. I'm going to go back just a little bit first and then bring that forward. Whoop. Tighten that back up. When you're trying to dub a hare's ear onto your thread, you definitely need some wax because it is very, very dry. I'm going to clean up that head. I get them fibers out of there. I'm going to take the real long guard hairs out. But you want that nice scraggly look to it. Now I'm going to take my partridge skin, and you can see here's the front, and you can see right there's an eye, and there's an eye. You can see the holes for them. And I'm calling this the shoulder. I'm going to use this color here. Instead of the brown, I'm going to use what I call the silver. And I have 1/2 of the hackle peeled away. I'm going to take that, I'm going to hold the tip, and just pull everything towards the rear like so. I'm going to go ahead and tie it in by the tip and put the concave side to the shank. And when you peel it, you want the hackle to be on the bottom with the concave side to the shank. We're going to go ahead and remove that excess. This particular caddis is going to give more of the appearance of a merger or a stuck in the shuck type caddis with the partridge on it. We're going to go ahead and give this a couple of wraps. I'm going to use that all up actually. There we go. I'm going to tie that off there. Oop. Pull that back once again. Just going to hold it all back and take my hackle pliers off and secure that. Pull that stem back and wrap on it. And I'm going to get rid of that stem. And right here, what we have right here is a very effective wet fly right here. Very effective soft hackle. It can represent a caddis, or it can represent a mayfly emerging. One hackle. There we go. I'm going to take my deer hair, and you can see this is short hairs. These are only about 1.5 to 2 inches long, these hairs, and this is the stuff that you want. You don't want deer hair that is too hollow, and you can tell what the hollow stuff looks like. It's just much thicker. We're going to take a small clump of that, put it in the hair stacker, even them out. We're going to take it out of the hair stacker with the tips pointing in the correct direction. Take it out, we can pull off any of that fibers. You don't really need to get that underfur out of there, because the underfur will actually help hold it and keep it from spinning. We're going to size this up. And we're going to make that wing just a little longer than the body. Don't worry about the hackle hanging out past the wing. Make a nice tight, couple of nice tight loops right down. Hold that wing still. 3 or 4 of them. Lift up the tag end and wrap in front. Give that several wraps right in front. Now, while I have that tag long, I'm going to whip finish it. This will give me less chance of catching any of the hairs in the whip finish. Tug that tight. I'm going to gather all of the tag ends together, and we're going to cut the tag ends off at an angle with the wing. We're going to leave that clump there, but we're going to cut them off at an angle with the wing. Now we have a nice transition from the head through the wing. Going to turn it over, always with the Caddis. I always just turn it over and put some right on the bottom. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.